I'm Avery.
And I'm Brad.
And we're your producers for today's special 9/11 broadcast.
Hope you enjoy.
Good morning, Eagles. I'm Clay with your news. Tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Zach went out to learn more about this devastating day in American history.
Even though all of us were too young to experience the September 11th attacks, it's still important to learn as much as we can about them on this 20th anniversary. At 8:45 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center. 18 minutes later, United Airlines Flight 175 hit the South Tower. At 9:45 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. And at 10:10 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 crashed into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, as the passengers overpowered the hijackers. 2,977 people lost their lives due to the horrific acts of 19 hijackers and 4 planes, and thousands more were injured. I caught up with Mrs. Blakely, Mr. Crenshaw, and Mr. Himes to learn more about the devastating tragedy. So, Mrs. Blakely, how has 9/11 affected us in the 20 years since it's happened?
Initially, I think it made us more patriotic as a nation as a whole, but then it also had a negative effect. It made people more intolerant of other groups of people, especially Muslims.
Okay, where were you when 9/11 took place?
I was in this classroom giving ISTEP, and it occurred and we didn't know until break. And then when we were out on our break, the secretaries told us they had seen it on TV, and so then we all got on our TVs and stayed tuned for what happened. And after school was out, as I headed home, when I passed the gas station up by Eaton, the cars were lined up for probably half a mile trying to get gas. It was like the end of the world.
Okay, and how would you say it's impacted your life?
It's made me think about just how we really need to find solutions with other countries and learn from each other, I guess, and maybe be more tolerant of each other and find different solutions than just terrorism and war.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, Mr. Himes, since almost all the students who now go to Delta were not born when the attacks happened, do you think that it's even more important for us to remember what happened in the younger generation?
I absolutely do, and the reason that I say that is having lived through it and seeing the devastation that it caused. Having not lived through it, your generation wasn't there to directly deal with it. I am all for the concept of accepting people from other countries, refugees, things to that effect, but I'm also for keeping our country safe first. And I think having not lived through it, one thing your generation does miss out on a little bit is the devastation that it caused. And the fact that the United States does have enemies across the world. There were people cheering when 9/11 occurred. I remember exactly where I was when 9/11 occurred. I remember what went through my mind. I got on an airplane 9 days later. I can remember the trepidation I felt doing that. And I think it's very easy, having not lived through it, to not really have the same frame of reference that maybe people who did. So, Daryl Worley once had a song, a country song called "Have You Forgotten?" And sadly, I think a lot of people have.
So, Mr. Crenshaw, what were you doing during 9/11?
I was in 2nd grade, and so I was sitting in my second grade teacher's classroom at Emerson Elementary in Seymour, Indiana.
Okay. And do you feel like we're more safe now after the 20-year war on terror?
So I would say that we are significantly less safe now, having nothing to do with the war itself, but having everything to do with the nature of terrorism has grown so much more complex over the last 20 years. The nature of, we have like cyber attacks now. That wasn't really a problem in 2001, or it hadn't become a problem yet. And then our responses to terrorism have changed, and I feel the real reason I feel so much less safe is because of how much more aware I am, which I think is it's the nature of growing up, I suppose.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Zach. Anyone interested in auditioning for the Delta Troopers Fall Show, Stephanie Hero, is encouraged to stop by room 214 to pick up a script and/or talk to Miss Raleigh. Auditions will be Wednesday in the auditorium from 6 to 8:30 p.m. School photo day for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will be Thursday. Order forms and ordering information will be distributed to students Monday. Photos will be taken in the auxiliary gym during first, second, and third and fifth periods. That's all for your news. Now over to Hannah with your sports.
Thanks, Clay. Senior night football is tonight against Yorktown at home. The senior football players are Wyatt Bilby, Parker Folletic, Corbin Collier, Zion Griffiths, Titus Hill, Alex Lyons, Luke Miller, Jaden Miranda Sudowich, Ben Morris, Mason Neal, Ian Renbarger, and Jacob Royal. Hunter caught up with some of the players to find out more about tonight's game.
Tonight is senior night for the football team.
And we caught up with Titus Hill, Wyatt Bilby, Ian Renenbarger, and Zion Griffiths to learn more.
Oh, Ian, what's your favorite football memory?
Definitely my interception against Columbia City. It was just awesome. It was really cool to do. And with one-handed, that was pretty cool.
Pretty nice, man. Titus, what's so special about being part of the team?
You know, it's fun to just go to the weight room, all the guys, get big, get chicks, you know, you gotta love playing football with the boys.
And Wyatt, do you have any advice for the underclassmen?
I just say keep working at it. Don't give up. If you're a junior and you're not starting, you can still start your senior year. I mean, it happens to the best of us.
And Zion, what is your favorite Delta football memory?
Our last game against Tipton, Levi is doing a kickoff and kicks it, and the dude is returning it and pretty much at the 50, and Levi is over chipping on the other side of the field.
When did we play Tipton?
Last Friday?
All right. Oh, back to the sports stats.
It was
Thanks, Hunter. Boys soccer defeated Newcastle 1-0. Zion Griffiths scored the one lone goal, and David Trimmel had 3 saves for a clean sheet. Good job, boys. Girls golf beat Jay County last night. Belle Brown was medalist with 40. Varsity volleyball beat Monroe Central 3-1. JV team also won 2-0. Anyone interested in bowling, there will be a call-out meeting on Thursday at 7:30 in the cafeteria. Good luck to all the teams that play this weekend.
Can I have a blue Gatorade, please?
Of course.
Thank you. Attention juniors, your help is needed working the football concessions this Friday, senior night. I'm here with class officers Emily Hayes and Chloe Ashcraft to find out more. So Chloe, what do the juniors need to do to be signed up to work on the concessions?
To sign up, you just gotta go outside of Mr. May's door, and there's a sign-up sheet. Just write your name down, and on there it'll tell you to be there at 6:30 and to wear a hat.
So Emily, what are the benefits of the juniors working concession stands?
Well, you get $5 off your prom bid if that's what you choose to do with that every time you work. Or if you're in the Honor Society, you can also get service hours for this every time you work as well. It's up to you which one you want to do.
Perfect. So don't forget to sign up outside of Mr. May's classroom.
We are getting closer to fall with a high of 79 and a low of 50. Make sure you enjoy this great weather because summer makes a return with a high temperature of 90 this weekend. That is all for your weather, and now to Luke for your birthdays.
Thanks, Destiny. Happy birthday. I'm here with Braden Wood. He's turning 16 today. So what are you guys planning on doing today for your birthday?
I'm going to go to the football game, and then after that, I'm going to hang out with family.
Okay. Also a special shout out to Josiah Hotmeyer. Happy birthday. Now we're to Cassie with lunch.
Thanks, Luke. What's for lunch today? I'm so glad you asked. Today, we're having teriyaki chicken with rice, cheese pizza, cauli blend veggies, celery, carrot sticks, applesauce, and raisins. This concludes Eagle Zone News. Hope you have a safe weekend and see you next week.